Today, let's look at the back lever. So the back lever can be done on a bar, it can be done on rings. Now, most people's goal is to get into a fully straight position like this and hold for time. Now, obviously, you shouldn't start in the straight position. So let's go through some progressions, some different ways you can train it. Now, your equipment is going to dictate in some way how you get in and out of the position. And when you're starting out, you'll probably find that a bar this high or a standard pull-up bar is just going to be too high to get into the position with any confidence. And you're going to use up so much energy to get up. So if I have to climb up into it, then I need to pull into the position before I can even do my repetition. That's just going to be too much for the beginner. So having rings that you can set up at a height that's comfortable for you, or a bar like this that gives an easy out so I can just exit out comfortably and I'm going to feel comfortable and safe with, is going to be much easier. But you do have quite a few options. You could literally put a barbell over a squat rack like this, but just move very slow because it can rotate. I'd recommend, if you are training back lever, that you're also doing some sort of front lever work as well, because they tend to balance each other out. And because straight arm strength is something that we don't normally train as much traditionally in normal gyms, filling any gaps with a full range of motion is going to be better than just focus on one particular position. So ideally, I'll be starting with some hanging, passive hanging and stuff to warm up like I normally go through. You want to be able to pull from a passive position up to an active position and back down again. If you do have the luxury of a high bar, I'd do those warm-up exercises like this, just so then the body is fully open. But they can be done on the lower bar as well. Make sure you've got lots of clearance. So have your hands a little bit wider when you start to pull yourself up. So in this position, I'm just going to hang down fully. So I'm as extended as I can be in that position. And then I'm just going to step 1 foot up to the bar, pull myself into an inverted position and hold in this position. I can progress that to being more into an open position, but this with the bar is actually very hard because your hip is slightly this way and the length of the lever arm makes that a pretty advanced position. But just hang out upside down for a little bit. If it's easier, go all the way through the bar. So take 1 foot through, you could have one either side or be in this position. We just want to be comfortable in the inverted position. If that's totally new to you, get some conditioning there first. Learn how to come back out with control, both on that side. And then I'd also do some work on this side into that German hang, stretchy shoulder position here. This is really nice because I can just slowly increase the demand by taking the hips towards the floor, or I can make it easier by doing that because I've got the support of the floor. If you don't, you could have tiptoes on the floor or set up some sort of box. But I can come out in that direction and I can come out the way I came as well. So we want to feel both sides. Now when you're working these movements like normal, I'd recommend, if you can, video from the side, because you want to be able to see where things are. The back lever is seen as the perfect position if my shoulder and my hip and my feet creates a straight line. A lot of the time you'll video yourself from the side and you'll realize your hip is up here or down here compared to the shoulder. So having that feedback is really good. So once we're comfortable in that hanging bottom position, the German hang on the other side and the inverted position, we can start just to flirt with the position a little bit. So I'm going to go upside down, get this side of the bar, bring my knees to my chest, heels to my butt, and then I'm just going to move down slightly. Now notice that I'm moving as one piece. What I'm not doing is this. So I'm not extending the legs away from me. I'm standing in that tight ball and I'm slowly taking everything as one. My hips are moving towards the back lever and back again. Now depending on my conditioning, I might be able to get lower and pull back again. But just test the water and slowly get lower and lower. Next, we're going to go down to that back lever position, get as close to it as we can and hold. We want to try and get 10 seconds in the position and pull out with control. So exactly the same setup, start in that tight tuck position and then slowly go down, find the position and then hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and then pull back out, rest. Check that video, see if the hip and the shoulder are in line. If they're not, if they're higher and that feels comfortable for you, hang there for time. And then as your sessions go on, you'll be able to slowly take them hips down so they go level with the shoulder. Then we can just start to look at opening the position up. So go back into that position again, tight position, knees, chest, heels, slowly come down. Now as I come down, I'm going to open a little bit further. So now see my knees are more in line with my hips. And then I come back again. It's getting harder to talk in that position. So I was in this tight tuck position, knees at chest, heels at butt, and then I progressed to more of an open tuck position. So the knees went in line with the heels. So the knees went in line with the hips, but the heels stay close to my butt. What I don't want to do is when I do that is take my legs and my knees away, because what's happening there is my lever arm has just got so much greater than it was before in this position, and that's jumping up 10 levels instead of 5 levels. Now I say 5 levels because you could go there, you could go there, you could go there, increments from the tight tuck position to the open tuck position. Don't think you're going from this position to that position to that position. Think that there's small increments that you might need to slowly progress through them week to week, month to month. Now when you are starting to open up, you have two choices in terms of how you do it. You could open up when you're in the inverted position and then lower in that new position to your hold, or you could go to your tuck back lever position and then open out, staying in that same position. There's pros and cons for both, and I'll play with both. So understand the progressions. They're exactly the same as they are for the planche. So I'm in this position, or the front lever. So tight tuck, slowly open away to your open tuck position. Now I can start to open the legs out to a froggy position. Then I can go to a straddle position that has a closed hip, a straddle position that has an open hip. I can come legs together into a straight position. And then the other one is that half lay position. So when my hips are open and my feet or my knees are bent at 90 degrees. But make sure you are videoing from the side, because often when you go into one of those progressions in the back lever, in the front lever, or the planche, come to that, the position you think you're in is often not the actual position you're in. Your hip's in a different place, your knees are bent, everything's out of position compared to what you think it is. So let's try opening up now to a straddle position in the inverted position, and I'm just going to come down to the back lever. So we go on this side of the bar, open the hip, so I'm there, and then I'm just going to slowly lower till I get to level with the shoulders and a hold. Come back out, come back down. So we could do repetitions of that position. We could do a hold. So I was just demonstrating 10-second holds, but it could be 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And the way to play with that is if you're doing longer holds, you need to do less sets. So say you was doing 15-second holds, you could maybe do 4 or 5 sets. If you're doing 10-second holds, you probably need 5 or 6 sets. And a nice way to do it is pyramid. So you could do a 30-second hold in a tight tuck, then do a few sets, maybe 10, 15 seconds, and then some 1 rep max at like 3 to 5 seconds. Guys, you sit down. So let me know if you have any questions with this one. If you're after programming, check out my app, link is down in the description. I've also just added a Discord server for people using the app. So if you already got it, jump on the Discord, we can chat, you can ask questions, feedback and requests for the app would be awesome, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Thanks guys.